Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number 7 of the year 2020 Hayes Larks season. Tonight's matchup features your Hayes Larks versus the Colorado Pirates. Leadoff hitter for the Larks is Leo Geminian, the center fielder. He sends one on a pop fly into center field. Grizzle gets under it in center, makes the catch for out number 1 to start the game. 1 up, 1 down for the Larks here to start the game. We're live from the Field of Dreams at Bigfoot Turf Farm. So now we go to Grant Lung, the 2-hole, the second baseman. It's his first look at Carmlick on the season. Takes one outside, 1-0 on Lung. 1 away in the top of the first. This is the first road game of the season for Hayes. They're 2-0 against the Pirates this season. That was their first day of the season for Hayes. It was a doubleheader that they swept. Run rolling game number 1, and then winning game number 2 in 7 innings. Long fouls went off, 1-1 with 1 away. Jason Carmlick on the mound for the Pirates. Larks sporting their road gray pants, blue uniforms with a white lettering and red trimming. Lung sends one right back at the pitcher Carmlick, who throws to first for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for the Larks to start the game. So now I move to Wyatt Divis, the DH. Burr was listed as third in the order. Must have been a change. Divis fouls one back at the backstop, 0-1. On deck is Corbin Truslow. Divis takes strike 2 looking. He's down. No balls, 2 strikes in the top of the first. Divis batting from the left-hander side, facing against the right-hander Carmlick. Slight breeze moving across the infield into left field as Divis. No swing on this one, 1-2. The 1-2 to Divis. A curveball misses low and outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pirates coming to this one 1-13 on the season. They're on a 10-game losing streak. Larks are 5-1 on a 2-game win streak. Carmlick will go from the windup. This one off the dirt. First dirt field the Larks have played on this season after playing all their home games on turf. Full count for Divis. Carmlick will get set. Divis digs into the box and we get the payoff pitch. Swung on, popped up over the left side. It'll be out of play and will stay at a full count. Three balls, 2 strikes, full count for Divis. He'll be forced to protect the plate, but Carmlick will also have to be aggressive here. Doesn't want to extend the inning. The second payoff pitch is sent hard into right center field. Grizzle takes a few steps back, watches it, and it's a solo shot for Wyatt Divis. His second home run of the season, the only Lark with at least 1 home run. Now make it 2. It's an early RBI for Wyatt Divis. That one was cranked and it just kept carrying and carrying. Defense reacted to it. Looked like it could have been a routine fly ball. Wind helped it out a little bit, and the Larks are up 1-0 in the first. So digging into the box will be Corbin Truslow, the first baseman. Truslow takes one low in the zone, 1-0. Truslow, a lefty. Carmick looks in, gets a sign from Rhodey, the catcher for the Pirates, and delivers one side arm. Misses outside, 2 balls, no strikes on Corbin Truslow. Truslow on a bit of a hot streak. Just recently he had 6 at-bats, and then 5 of those he had a base hit. Lays off a off-speed pitch over the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Truslow on the season batting .556, leading the team. Works himself into hitter's count, 3-1. Larks up 1-0 here in the top of the first against the Colorado Pirates. Carmla gets set, delivers. Truslow hits one hard over the right side. If it was in play, it's gone for sure. But now we'll go to full count. Hot evening here in Colorado. This is the Larks' first year in the Rocky Mountain Baseball League. So it's their first time seeing the Pirates on the road. Game 3 of this series was rained out, so that's what we're making up today. Carmick delivers one wildly outside, and it's a 2-out walk for Corbin Truslow. Runner on first with 2 outs for Jacob Wyeth, the catcher. Wyeth on the season, batting .333, 12 at-bats, 4 hits, 3 doubles, and a single. Carmick looks over at Truslow, just now starting to get his lead over by first base coach Bryce Baumwart. Wyeth takes one low down by the plate. 1 ball, no strikes for the catcher committed to LSU. On deck is Cameron Pearson, the third baseman. Not a guy you want to see come to the plate if Wyeth can get on. And he cranks one to left field. Dixon goes back. He looks up at it. Second home run of the inning for the Larks. And, man, they're cranking in here. It's a short field, but 2 great swings from Wyatt Divis and Jacob Wyeth put the Larks up 3-0 quick. That was a great swing. Had a great crack of the bat. It was gone. That one a little less of a doubt than Divis's. As Wyeth picks up RBI on the season, number 3 and 4. Base is empty now after the 2-run shot from Jacob Wyeth. Coming around to score was Corbin Truslow. Pearson's first pitch in the zone called strike 1. Righty versus righty. Larks getting a good look at Carmick in the first. Have gotten 2 hits, both home runs, and a walk. Just at the knees of Pearson. He's down the count 0-2. He'll be forced to protect. Carmick in control of this at-bat. He'll deliver sidearm. Pearson swings at 1 low and will head to the bottom of the first. Larks get 3 off of 2 home runs. They're up 3-0 against the Pirates. Bottom of the first we go. Leading off will be Jace Waitalka, the shortstop for the Pirates. Zach Furniture on the bump, making his second appearance. His first pitch misses outside 1-0. Furniture made a starting appearance against Denver. The Denver Cougars went 3 innings, struck out 4 guys, allowed 1 earned run. This one popped up over the left side. Kavanaugh, Pearson, Jiminian, and Burr moved towards it. Burr will be the one from left field that'll make the grab. 1 up, 1 down for the Pirates to start the bottom half of the first. Larks got to Waitalka quite a bit in that doubleheader, limited their leadoff hitter in most every at-bat. So now to Logan Bistrop, the right fielder. He'll dig in the right-hander's box versus Firm. Furniture threw 52 pitches in that game versus the Cougars. He allowed some base runners, but bounced back with those and left 5 base runners on base at the end of innings through just 3. Held the Cougars to a .300 team batting average. The righty will go from the stretch. And this one's in the zone, strike 1. It did drop in front of Druber. That was my bad. I have a difficult view, so there is a run on first as Waitalka gets on. Furniture delivers a nice pitch, a tempting one for Bistrop. He lays off. 2-1 count. Folks on deck, Straws in the hole. Larks got 3 in the top half of this inning off of 2 of the best swings I've seen from any team in this young season. Furniture delivers outside. Wyeth keeps it in front of him. 3-1, a hitter's count for the right fielder. Furniture, a Blue Dragon from Hutchinson Community College. He's a 5'10 sophomore. This last year he made 5 appearances. 4 of those were starts, went 2-2. It'll be a walk here with nobody out. 2 on, nobody out. Waitalka moves to second base. So now to Dominic Folks, the second baseman. He'll dig in, get his first look at Furniture on the season. This one found right back. A nice changeup from Furniture. Gets him to just swing under it. 0-1. Furniture looks in, gets a sign from Wyeth. Agrees on this one, and he'll go from the stretch. All speed, down low in the zone, swung on, hit to right field. It'll be just barely fair as Cooper moves towards it. Waitalka will score on the RBI single for Dominic Folks. So the lead is cut to 2. Runners on the corners with nobody out. Larks up 3-1 on the Pirates. Furniture will go from the stretch. Nice pitch right at the knees. Called strike 1 on Straws. Wind starting to pick up as it moves from right to left across the diamond. Zach delivers a curveball, misses just low. 1 ball, 1 strike on the cleanup hitter. Duel for the Larks in the second will be Cooper, Burr, and Kavanaugh. Furniture gives Wyeth a nod, peers over at the runner, and goes from the stretch. Same pitch and same location. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1. On deck is Wayne Rohde for the Pirates. Furniture has a whip of 1.667 and now finds himself in a hitter's count against Strauss. Second appearance, both starts for Furniture. He now is tied for the team lead with Wyatt Divis and Landon Shire. A nice pitch from Furniture in a dangerous situation with the runner on third base, and he gets him to swing and miss. That's Bistrup at third base, Folks on first, Draws at the dish. This will be Furniture's first payoff pitch. He delivers from the stretch, off the dirt, second walk of the inning for Zach Furniture, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. Keith Harper will come out of the dugout to have a talk with Furniture as Jacob Wythe moves to the mound. We'll take a quick pause right here on Larks Network. In the meantime, I'll try and get some video going here from Colorado. Bases jacked for Wayne Rohde, the catcher. Digs in the left-hander's batter's box versus Zach Furniture. Popped back, 0-1. This is the best the Pirates have been able to do against the Larks this season by quite a bit, as they've only been managed to get a few runs off of them in that first doubleheader. They went down 11-1 in game number 1 in just 5 innings. Great pitch from Zach Furniture, beautifully located in the zone. Let's see if he can get him some confidence, get his composure, and leave the bases loaded. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, bases loaded in the bottom of the first. Rohde will have to protect the plate here, and he does that. Swings at one low and away. Furniture got just what he wanted out of that pitch. We'll stay at no balls, 2 strikes for pitch number 4 of this at bat. This one hit hard to right field. Sean Cooper will reach his glove out. He can't make a catch on it. That'll be an E4 as one scores, as another one rounds third base. The throw in is not going to be in time, and we're tied up at 3 after the E9 from Sean Cooper. So Rohde will be at second base. Strauss at third. Folks comes to score, and Bistrup comes to score. Still 2 in scoring position, nobody out. So the first time the Larks have been tied beyond the first inning, or in the first inning, or any time against the Pirates this season, unless you're counting 0-0. Kamenaw grounds one right between Kavanaugh and Pearson. One comes to score. It's John Strauss, and the Pirates have their first lead against the Larks this season. Runners on the corners with nobody out still. Pirates performing well against Furniture. Wyatt, the captain behind the plate, gives some signs to his infield. Pearson, Kavanaugh, Long, and Truslow respond. Just a great hit and greatly located by Tanner Kamenaw. Not much you can do there for the Larks. Furniture, nice pitch. And is in the zone for called strike 1. He's had some great looking pitches. Pirates has just been able to read some of the ones that aren't his best. Furniture will go from the stretch. Another off speed just over the outside part of the plate against the right-handed hitting center fielder JT Grizzle. No balls, 2 strikes. Larks not using their dugout, all lined up against the right field fence. The 0-2 delivery, Wyeth sets up outside. Can't bait Grizzle into swinging at it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck is the 8-hole Chase Dixon, the left fielder. In the hole is the bottom of the order, Hal Hutchion. See what Furniture does up in the count. Nice moving pitch, like a curveball. JT Grizzle gets just under it, fouls it out of play. We'll stay at 1-2. Started out this inning with a single, a walk, another single, a walk, and then an error from right field, and another single puts us where we're at right now. Same pitch from Furniture popped out of play in a similar spot. We'll stay at 1-2 again. It's looking like the Larks were having the momentum moving into this inning as Wyeth and Divis both cranked 2 to the outfield for a solo shot for Wyatt Divis and a 2-run shot for Jacob Wyeth. A close one. Tough to lay off if you're Grizzle. He does. It's a 2-2 count. Count's evened up. Furniture still on the rubber. He delivers. This one popped back. Wyeth looks towards it. It's out of play behind home plate. We'll still stay at 2-2 as Grizzle's doing a good job of protecting the plate. First time Grizzles appeared against the Larks this season. Firm nods at Wyeth, and a swing on one in the dirt is going to be the first out of the inning, and Kivanaugh moves to second as it's off the chest protector of Jacob Wyeth. 2 in scoring position, but Furniture looked really good in that at bat, so hopefully he can continue this momentum and get us out of this inning. That is his 5th strikeout on the season through 3 1/3 innings. Now to Chase Dixon, the left fielder, batting in the 8th spot. Rhodey at third, Kivanaugh at second. Strike 1 on Dixon. Furniture looks in, moves his left foot back, go from the stretch. A 2 on, 1 out. Nice pitch from Furniture. Called strike 2. Like I said, he's had some great looking pitches, some with movement, with speed. Nicely located on a lot of them, close to the zone. His Pirates have been able to get the best of the Blue Dragon. Wyeth sets up outside, and that's exactly where it's delivered. 1-2. Dixon on the season batting 156 through 41 plate appearances, 5 hits. Wyeth throws down the signs for Furniture, and we'll go from 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wyeth, nice job snagging this one from off the ground. 2-2. Defensively for Hayes, it's Drew Burr in left field, Leo Jiminian in center, Sean Cooper in right, Trussell at first, Long at second, Matt Kavanaugh at shortstop, Cam Pearson at third, Wyeth behind the plate, and Zach Furniture on the bump. Nice pitch, grounded to Grant Lung, who fields it, throws it to Trussell, a run scores, but the Larks get their second out. Wise move from Lung to go to first base and try instead of trying to throw out Rhodey at home. Rhodey has 2 RBIs on the day and a run scored. Two away, it's a 5-3 lead for the Pirates. Runner on third base. Off speed from Furniture on the first pitch to Hal Hutchion, and it's called strike 1. Feels like a long time ago this first inning started, back with Leo Jiminian in the top half. But we're working where we're at. Another pitch from Zach Furniture. It's the same one. This one had more movement on it as it moved across the plate. Called strike 2. He has control of this one. Hutching will be forced to protect, and this is where Furniture has thrived in this inning when he's up in the count. Wyeth lays down the count, lays down the signs, sets up a little bit offset outside, and Hutchion fouls it back into his glove. Pirates get 5 in the bottom of the first off the Larks. We'll move to the second. Larks down 3-5. Sean Cooper's going to lead off the top of the second, looking to get the Larks some momentum here as they find themselves down by 2 runs. Pirates batted around in the first, got 5 off of Furniture and company. Cooper takes one low and in the zone, called strike 1. Sean Cooper from Cochise College. And on the season, Cooper's batting .250 through 20 at-bats. So on the same pitch, just lower, 1-1. Due up is Drew Burr, Matt Cavanaugh, and Leo Jiminian. All speed is outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. It has cooled off here since the start of the game, and the wind has completely died down. Flag not moving at all in right field. Carmlick gets set against Sean Cooper. Righty on the mound, lefty in the plate. And it's inside at the feet of Cooper. He's up in the count, 3-1. Larks had 2 outs in the first, and then rallied with a home run, a walk, and then another home run. Sean Cooper will look to avoid getting those 2 outs before getting the momentum going. This one's called strike 2 on him. It's a full count for the right fielder. Rhodey sets up outside behind the plate. Carmlick delivers from the windup outside and low. Sean Cooper has a 6-pitch walk. So move over to Drew Burr, the 8-hole and the left fielder. For Sean Cooper, that is his 5th walk of the season. Drew Burr batting .231, one of the lowers on the team, but he's only had 13 at-bats. He has 4 RBIs, very impressive number given the ratio of his at-bats. Call strike 1 on Burr. Cooper has speed on first. We'll see if he wants to test Rhodey sometime in this at-bat. Has a decent-sized lead at first, and they're going to check over at him. He's in head first safely in plenty of time. 0-1 on Burr. The switch hitter will hit in the left-hander's batter's box versus the right-handed pitcher, Karmlich. Just over the outside part of the plate. Called strike 2 on Drew Burr. Drew will have to protect the plate, and he lets a close one, miss just inside. Good eye, a tough leave, but he pulled it off. 1-2. Karmlich has pitched 10 innings this season through 5 games. He's 0-1, has an ERA of 7.2. I imagine that's gone up since the start of this game, as he's allowed 3 runs on just 3 outs. Burr talks with the umpire, wants to know the location of that one, as it missed outside. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cooper takes off. A check swing from Burr. The throw is going to pull the shortstop Waitaka off the bag, but he's able to tag Cooper as he's moving across second base. And they're going to check over at the first base umpire on Drew Burr's check swing. He didn't go. He works himself into a full count. So good at bat from Burr after starting out 0-2. He's laid off some nice ones that would be tempting. Now he's going to get a pitch he will like. Payoff pitch. He swings on it, sends it into center field. Grizzle moves back. Looks like he's going to grab it 10 feet in front of the wall in center. 2 up, 2 outs for the Larks here in the second. Now to the bottom of the order, the shortstop Matt Cavanaugh. His first look at Karmlich. Matt Cavanaugh, the Maverick from UTA. Karmlich looks in, gets a sign from Rhodey. Gets set quick. And it's in the zone on an off-speed, called strike 1 on Matt Cavanaugh. Rhodey, interesting positioning as a catcher. Spreads his legs far apart, gets down low in the zone for this delivery. That's inside. Cavanaugh gets his hands in and turns it over the left side in foul territory. No balls, 2 strikes on Matt Cav. Due up for the Pirates will be the top of the order, Waitaka, Bistrup, and Folks. Karmlich looks in, delivers one. That's going to hit Matt Cavanaugh. Takes it like a champ off the elbow protector, and there's 1 on with 2 out. So now top of the order, Leo Geminian looks at third base coach and head coach Frank Leo, gets a sign. He'll dig in the right-hander's batter's box. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to center field. Karmlich peeks over his left shoulder at Matt Cavanaugh. Throws sidearm. Leo Geminian shows bunt, pops it right up to the catcher, Rhodey. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's number 3 of the inning. We move to the bottom of the second. Larks still down 2 against the Colorado Pirates. Bottom of the second, we go. Leading off, top of the order, Jace Waitaka. Second inning, second time he's leading off. This one's grounded to Grant Lung. Turns with it in his left hand, makes the grab as he's on the run, throws the trust low. One up, one down on one pitch for Zach Furniture against the Pirates in the bottom half of the second. Waitaka now moves to 1 for 2 on the day. Now to Logan Bistrup, 0 for 0 on the day with a walk and a run scored in the first. No bullpen here in Colorado, but Cole Zimmerman, the southpaw, is playing long toss. Wonder if he is getting warmed up. Furniture looking good here after he concluded the bottom half of the first and moved in this one. This one is called strike one against Bistrup. Looks confident on the mound, looks settled in. He'll go from the stretch. Just inside, a nice pitch. Wyeth tries to frame it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Base is empty, 1 away in the bottom of the second. Pirates leading the Larks 5-3. Off speed from Furniture, catches the outside part of the plate at the waist level of Bistrup. 1-2 count with 1 away. Furniture takes a sign on the mound, composes himself, gets set, gets his grip, delivers one just below the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're evened up in the count. On deck is Dominic Folks in the hole, John Strauss. Furniture tucks his glove in, and we'll get ready for the 2's delivery. Sent on a nice swing into center field. Leo Jemenian will pick it up off the ground. It's a 1-out base hit for Bistrup. First hit of the day. Second time he's reached base. Furniture looks in and throws one inside, almost catches Folks. He has to dodge out of the way. Firm takes a peek over his left shoulder. And the runner Bistrup delivers off speed over the left side. Kavanaugh outstretches the glove at shortstop. It rolls to Drew Burr in left field. It's a 2-out rally for the Pirates. Back-to-back base hits put 2 on. Firm will get set. He's allowed back-to-back base hits. This one off the dirt, off the chest protector of Wyeth. Bistrup moves to third base. Folks stays at first. Runners on the corners with 1 away. 1-0 count. Now our scoreboard should be correct once I adjust the runs. Larks down 3-5. Furniture delivers, popped up, out of play and back. Back by the batting cage. It is really appropriately titled Bigfoot Turf Sod Farm, as we're on a farm kind of in the middle of nowhere. No real scenery other than grass and trees. We're at. Outside part of the plate, called strike 2. This is John Strauss, who walked in the first. Runners on the corners, one away. Firm will go to Wyeth. Nice curveball. Can't bait. Draws a swing at it. It's a full count. Furniture will deliver the payoff pitch. Beautiful pitch. Beautiful pitch. Gets Straws to go down looking. Great pitch. A risky one as it had a lot of movement, but it pays off for the Larks. Third strikeout of the game for Zach Furniture. Two-way runners on the corners to Wayne Rohde, the catcher, who reached on an air, drove in two, and came around to score in the first. Grounds this one at the Pirates' dugout. Out of play. 0-1. Rohde a lefty, he's the catcher. Furniture a righty on the mound. Cole Zimmerman now warming up. 0-1, 2 away. Just outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is Tanner Kiminaw and the whole JT Grizzle. Duel for the Larks will be Grant Lung, Wyatt Divis, and Corbin Truslow. But they got to get this final out here in the second. All speed outside, 2-1. Pirates scoreless here so far in the second. Got 5 in the first. Larks got 3 in the first. They went silent in the second. Got a walk and a hit by pitch, but a fly out and a pop-up ended that. And a stolen base attempt for out number 3. This one fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs, runners on the corners in the second. Larks down 3-5. "40 minutes into this game, still in the second inning. A lot of base runners, a lot of runs scored early. Fouled back at the backstop, will stay 2s. Furniture's pitch count getting high, only threw 52 pitches in his first appearance. Getting close to matching that in just 2 innings. His 2-2 delivery off the dirt. Wyeth drops to his knees, protects it. Full count. Infield playing deep with the exception of Truslow at first base. Trying to hold Folks at first. He takes off. This one popped up over the left side. Kavanaugh calls off Pearson and Burr. He makes the catch round number 3. Furniture allows 2 base runners. Leaves him on there. The Larks hold the Pirates scoreless in the second. We move to the third. 3-5 in favor of Colorado. Leading off the top of the third will be Grant Lung. His second look at Karmlik. Good news, Larks fans. I think we're going to get video in this inning. 2-0 on Grant Lung. Two and 0 becomes 2-1 against the second baseman. How's that look? Two balls, one strike against the second baseman for the Larks, and I think we're back in business in Colorado. Grant Lung crushes one to right field. He doesn't even have to worry about it. He starts on a jog to first base, and it is going to bounce off the very top of the fence. I thought that one was gone for sure, and so did Grant. It's a leadoff base hit for Hayes. Leadoff base runner for the Larks in back-to-back innings. So now to Wyatt Divis, the DH who had a home run in the first inning. It was a solo shot, put the Larks up 1-0. It's 1-0 on Divis. Check over at Lung. He's back in plenty of time. One 0 to Divis. Karmlik still in the rubber, misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. On deck is Corbin Truslow, in the hole, Jacob Wyeth. For Divis on the season, he's batting 154, but he only has 13 at-bats. Uncharacteristic of Divis, but he's gotten it going today. Sent one deep to center field in the first. 3 balls, no strikes here to the DH. He's looked excellent on the mound this season. No earned runs through 10 innings. Let's see what he can do here ahead in the count in the batter's box. Doesn't square up on this one. Calling strike 1. He's taken all the way. Hitter's count now for the DH, batting in the 3-hole. He takes one far outside. Back-to-back base runners for the Larks. Another walk on the game for Hayes. That is the 3rd walk in 3 innings for Jason Karmlik. Grant Lung moves to second base as Divis heads to first. Now to the cleanup hitter, Corbin Truslow, the first baseman. Walked in the first, came around on Jacob Wyeth's shot to left field. Get time called here. Brody will get set behind the plate. Truslow in the left-hander's batter's box. Karmlik on the mound. It's Dixon left field for the Pirates. Grizzle in center. Bistrup in right. Straws at first. Folks at second. Grounded over the third baseman. Hutchian throws across the diamond to Straws for out number 1. But Divis and Lung both move up 90 feet, 2 in scoring position, with only 1 away in the 3rd. So now to Jacob Wyeth, who had that massive 2-run shot in the first. Larks were about 2 feet away from a 3rd home run off the bat of Grant Lung. A nice pitch that hangs in the air. Wyeth has a nice cut at it, misses under it, 0-1. One with 1 away, bounces off Rody's chest protector. He gets to it quick, keeps the runners where they're at. 1 ball, 1 strike now on Wyatt, the catcher. Carmlick gets set, goes from the stretch. Wyatt sends one to center field. Grizzle goes back, looks up at it, and it's 2 home runs on the day for Jacob Wyatt. A 2-run shot and a 3-run shot. The Larks are now up 6-5 against the Pirates. This one cranked, just kept moving farther and farther back. Grizzle looked like he had a read on it, kept looking at it, eventually turned his back on his teammates and watched it move over the fence. 2 at-bats for the LSU commit, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Jacob Wyatt is having a great day. He's also looked very well behind the plate for Hayes in this one. Three-run shot. That is his 5th RBI on the day. Sidearm delivery swung on a miss from Pearson, 0-1. So Jacob Wyatt came into this game with just 2 RBIs, and after 3 innings, he has 7. 0-1 delivery to Pearson, caught his jersey, almost just barely missed his rib cage. It's a base runner with 1 away for Hayes. Second hit by pitch of the game for the Larks. Sean Cooper led off the second with a walk, and now he's at the dish with 1 away. His teammate Cam Pearson at first base. Cooper will dig in, waggle his bat, gets his second look at Carmlick, outside and low, 1 ball, no strikes to the Apache. Live here from Colorado. First pitch was scheduled at 4:30 Mountain Time. Started a little bit late. Ball gets by Rhodey here as it misses inside, and Pearson moves into scoring position. Sean Cooper ahead in the count. With Pearson's speed, anything in the outfield, into the grass, I think could score him. It's Drew Burr on deck, Matt Cavanaugh in the hole. 1 away, runner on second. Larks up 6-5 against the Pirates. Called strike on Sean Cooper. It's actually a 1-2 count. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, umpire corrects himself. It's 2-1 as Cooper stepped back with a shocked look on his face, and prompts the umpire for correcting himself, and now we'll go 2-1. I was going to say, I don't remember there being another strike. And it'll be a hitter's count for Cooper, as this one's a nice take. It's 3-1. So after a single walk and then a ground out, there was 2 on base. Wyatt drove him home with a home run to deep center. Pearson got hit by a pitch, and now Sean Cooper walks on 5 pitches. 2 plate appearances for Cooper, 2 walks, 2 on base with 1 away here in the third. Now we move to Drew Burr, the left fielder, 0 for 1 today with a fly out to Grizzle in center field. A slow pitch that hangs in the air. Burr takes a cut at it. A hard one. Can't make contact. He's down the count 0-1 with 1 away. Cooper at first. Pearson at second. Burr at the dish. Rhodey sets up outside and offset. This one, a dropping pitch, misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike on Burr. It started out really hot with the breeze moving from right field to left field, but it has really cooled off. It's a beautiful evening right now for baseball. Wind just barely a breeze. And Drew Burr is up in the count, 2-1. This one misses the zone outside. Rhodey has it bounce off his glove, shuffles to it quick, and keeping Pearson and Cooper at second and first respectively. Two balls, one strike to Drew Burr. Inside and low, 3-1. Larks starting to get to Carnley. They got to him in the first. In the second, they had their struggles, but now they've managed 3 runs against them. 2 base runners on just 1 out. Burr 1 ball away from another base runner, but he's likely going to get a fastball here. See if he can do something with it. He'll get time, move his right foot back, adjust it back in, take some practice swings, and we'll go 3-1. Off speed, fouled right back. It's a full count now for Drew Burr. Matt Cavanaugh on deck, Leo Geminian and in the hole for the Larks. The payoff pitch to Drew Burr, low and inside off the dirt. Rhodey blocks it. Runners each move 90 feet, and the bases are jacked for Matt Cavanaugh, who is due for a hit. Cavanaugh, a very talented baseball player, hasn't looked like himself at the dish this season. I messaged him Sunday, and he was saying, made a joke about his walk-up song and how he needed to change it because it wasn't working for him. Let's hope he can send something into play and drive in at least one. But with Cooper at second, I think anything will get him. And Matt Cavanaugh has 2 plate appearances, 2 hit by pitch, 1 off the elbow, this one off the number 3 on his back. It's a painful RBI, but he'll take it. And the bases are still going to be loaded with 1 away as Cavanaugh picks up an RBI. That is Pearson that came around to score. He was also hit by a pitch this inning. Mound visit, and they're going to get a new pitcher for the Pirates. For Matt Cavanaugh, that is his 5th RBI of the season, probably his most painful one. While we get a new pitcher, we'll take a quick break on Larks Network and be right back for the continuation of the 3rd inning.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Bases loaded with one away. Still the top of the third. It's strike one on the top of the order, Leo Jiminian. Grant Lung is on deck. He led off this inning with a single. He came around to score off the bat of Jacob Wyeth on that 3-run shot. Leo Jiminian swings at one, fouls it over the right side. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here on the center fielder. He popped up to the catcher to end the top of the second and led off the first with a fly out to center field. This one misses low, 1-0. Or excuse me, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Due up for the Pirates will be Kimmenaugh, who's now on the mound for the Pirates, Grizzle, and Dixon. Lark's second look at Kimmenaugh, he shakes off one pitch sign and gets set on the second one. Gets Leo Jiminian to go down swinging. He's 0 for 3 on the day. So now we go to a Grant Lung, his second at-bat of the inning. 2 away. Kimmenaugh has pitched 24 innings this season. This is his 5th appearance. And he is 0-1 with a 5.6 ERA. Outside to Lung, 1-0. Sean Cooper at third base, Matt Cavanaugh at first base, and Drew Burr at second base. Grant Lung singled and grounded out on the day. His 1-0 off the dirt. Rhodey keeps it with them, keeps the runners where they're at. 2-0 now to Lung. Davis, the DH, stands on deck, trying to read Kimmenaugh. He's got him on the mound. 2-0 off the dirt and off the glove of Rhodey. 3-0. Lung really has all the power right now. He has the bases loaded and only 1 away. He's up in the count 3-0. We'll see if he'll take a risk and swing at this pitch. Will likely be a fastball down the middle, or if he lays off, plays safe as the Larks are up 2. And it is a fastball, called strike 1. Hitters count now for Lung. Something the Larks used to do a lot last season. They swung a lot on 3-0. This year, a different story. Outside to Grant Lung. It is ball 4. A 5-pitch walk for Lung. Picks up an RBI on a walk. Bases are still loaded. Larks up 8-5 now against the Pirates. So now we move to Wyatt Divis, the DH. A home run and a walk, a run scored, and an RBI. 2 runs scored. RBIs coming in from Grant Lung, Wyatt Divis, Jacob Wyeth, and Matt Cavanaugh. Davis digs in left-hander's batter's box against the tall righty-handed pitcher, Tanner Kimmenaugh. Turns on this one, grounds it over to the first baseman, Strauss, who tags the base for out number 3. So Larks get a few in the third. They get 5 to be exact. We head to the bottom half. Larks up 8-5 against the Pirates. So it's a day for Zach Furniture. After 2 innings, replacing him will be the southpaw from Fort Hays State, Cole Zimmerman. Leading it off is Tanner Kimenow, who started the game as a DH, moved to the mound, and it's 1-0. In the zone on a nice pitch, calling strike one. 1-1 for Cole on the season. He's made 2 appearances, 4 2/3 innings pitched. Has allowed 3 hits, no runs, and struck out 7. Nice pitch, just barely outside. 2-1. Tough one to lay off if you're Kimenow. Cole misses outside. 3-1. On deck is JT Grizzle. In the hole is Chase Dixon. Kimenow on the day, a single in the first, and it is a 5-pitch walk for him. Leadoff base runner for the Pirates. To JT Grizzle, who struck out against Zach Furniture. He was the first out of that inning. Swing and a miss from JT Grizzle. 0-1. Nice pitch from Zimmerman. Zimmerman looks at the runner, delivers off speed high. Wyeth looks like he's going to throw, holds on to it. 1-1. Cole Zimmerman, a 6'4 lefty, sophomore at Fort Hays. Made 10 appearances in his last full season, his only full season of the Tigers. 0-4 with a 13.7 ERA. Sophomore year this year, 4 appearances, 0-3 record. Gets a full count now against Grizzle. Excuse me, I don't know why I said that. 1-2 count. Guess I still had my notes from Kimenow's at bat where he was 3-1. 1-2 Zimmerman goes from the stretch, off speed, grounded to the left side. Pearson moves to it in foul territory. We'll stay at 1-2. Grizzle batting 118 on the season. It's now 2-2 on him. Much different atmosphere than a Larks Park game. No PA announcer, no music. You can count the number of fans on 3 hands. Swing and a miss. Cole Zimmerman gets his first strikeout of the day, number 8 on the season for the southpaw. JT Grizzle down on strikes for the second time tonight, now to Chase Dixon. Then takes a long look at Kimenow, delivers a ball dropping out of the zone. 1-0. Called strike. 1-1 with 1 away. Runner on first, it's Kimenow. As Grant Lung's a couple steps in from the grass at second base, so is Kavanaugh. Pearson and Truslow in the corners. 2-1. Zimmerman looks in, gets his grip set in his glove, goes from the stretch. Kimono looks like he's going to take off. Ground over to Grant Lung. Nice play from him. Gets it on a hop to Matt Kavanaugh for 1, over to Druslow for 2. It's a double play, a 4-6-3 double play to end the third. Larks up 8-5. Top of the fourth here from Colorado. Called strike 1 on the leadoff hitter, Corbin Truslow. Truss on the day, a walk and a ground out and a run scored. On deck is Jacob Wyeth in the hole, Cameron Pearson. A slow swing from Truslow. He's down the count 0-2, something you don't see very often from the first baseman. He's a patient hitter and a good one, so interesting to see how he battles with this one. Imagine he'll get something in play, potentially a base hit, as this one's cranked out of play over the right side. He's been a base hit machine all season. You've seen a lot of action at first base defensively, but seems to be on first base offensively a lot too. This one misses low on Truslow. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Eight to 5 game. Larks leading the Pirates in the top of the fourth. Kimono still on the mound. Truslow protects the plate. Fouls this one back. 1 and 2 will stay. One, 2 to Truslow. Outside on an off speed and high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the first baseman doing a nice job working his way back into this one. It's the 7th game of the season for the Larks, and Truslow's 7th appearance, starting all 7. Has an on base plus slugging, of 1.2, one of only 3 guys on the team with a +1. He strikes out here, a rare sight for the first baseman. So now we move to Jacob Wyeth, who for the first time tonight steps to the plate without a runner on base. He's 2 for 2 in the day. Is he having a good day? Maybe. He has a 2-run shot and a 3-run shot. So it's up to your interpretation of if you think that's a good day or not. 1-0. This one opposite location, this one on the outside part of the plate. It'll be called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 away. Bases empty to Jacob Wyeth. 5 RBIs, 2 runs scored for the catcher from Cisco College. This one is grounded off the inside part of his bat. He tries to hustle it out. The throw from Waitaka to Straws in time, 2 away for the Larks. Larks have scored in every inning but the second and fourth. But in that first one, they started out with 2 outs and nobody on and rallied back. So we'll see if they can continue that magic in this one. So now to Cameron Pearson. Struck out in the first and then was hit by a pitch in the third. Off speed, called strike 1 on Cameron Pearson. Pearson came in this one batting .278, slugging .333, 6 runs scored and an RBI. Pops one over the right side, shallow infield. Folks goes off Straws, and Bistrup makes the catch route number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Larks in the fourth. We move to the bottom half of the fourth. Larks up 8-5. Bottom of the fourth. Cole Zimmerman returns for his second inning of work. His first delivery misses the zone and misses Jacob Wyeth 1-0. At the plate, Hal Hutchion 0 for on the day with a strikeout. He's batting .150 coming into this one. No RBIs and 2 runs scored. Southpaw versus righty hitter. Zimmerman from the stretch, off speed, called strike. No active scoreboard here in Colorado. We're just outside of Denver here and it's called a strike after a swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're at the bottom of the order for the Pirates. Been held scoreless since the first, thanks to Cole Zimmerman and Zach Furniture. Swing and a miss, a nice pitch from Cole Zimmerman. It's his second strikeout of the night and number 9 on the season. Zimmerman's looked really good on the mound all season in his 2 appearances. One away, we move to the top of the order, Jace Waitaka. He is 1 for 2 on the day with a single, a run scored, and a ground out to Grant Lung. Takes strike 1 looking. 0-1. 1 away, bases empty. Larks up 8-5 in the 4th. Zimmerman not wasting time on the mound. Goes from the windup. Lined at Corbin Truslow. Makes a nice snag right above the dirt. 2 up, 2 down for the Pirates. Good reaction from the first baseman. So down to Logan Bistrup, the right fielder. 1 for 1 on the day with a single, a run scored, and a walk. Due up for the Larks in the 5th will be Pearson, Cooper, and Burr. Excuse me, Cooper, Burr, and Kavanaugh. Bistrup on the season batting .286 with 4 RBIs and 4 runs scored. 2 away, bases empty in the bottom of the 4th. 1-2 after a swing and a miss. Wind is starting to pick back up. It's weird, now it's moving into center field. Sun is shining after hiding behind the clouds for a bit. 1-2, Zimmerman from the windup swung on and softly hit to the Pirates dugout. We'll stay at 1-2 for pitch number 5. Zimmerman from the windup again. Nicely paced pitch. Wyeth knew it, got up immediately and started going to the dugout. 1-2-3 inning for Cole Zimmerman off of 2 strikeouts. We head to the 5th. Larks up 8-5 against the Pirates. Leading off the 5th will be Sean Cooper, and it's 1-0 on the right fielder. Cooper on the day, 2 walks and 2 plate appearances. This one called a strike right at the knees. On deck, Drew Burr in the hole, Matt Cavanaugh. One becomes 2-1 after a pitch misses outside. Two balls, 1 strike. Nobody out, nobody on. Larks up by 3 against the Pirates in the 5th. Cooper takes one outside over the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He'll have to protect the plate. The Larks have scored in bulk. Scored 3 in the first, 5 in the 3rd. And Cooper is down on strikes for the first time tonight. First time he'll be retired. So now we move to Drew Burr, the switch hitter. Digs into the left-hander's batter's box. Get a look at Cavanaugh with 1 away and bases empty. He'll watch strike 1. Call it in the zone. Now it's 1 ball, 1 strike towards the feet of Drew Burr. Burr on the day 0 for 1 with a flyout and a walk. Outfield shifted a little bit to the right here, and Burr fouls this one tipped. He's down the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. One away in the top of the 5th after a strikeout from Sean Cooper. Burr protects the plate, sends one high and shallow into left field. Dixon ranges under it, makes the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for the Larks in the 5th. So now to Matt Cavanaugh, as Coach Leo offers some encouragement from the third base coach's side, telling him to extend the inning, and Cavanaugh looked to do just that. And it looks like we'll get a pinch hitter for Leo Juminian. It looks like it'll be Dylan Dreiling. 1-0 on Matt Cavanaugh. He has 2 plate appearances, 2 hit by pitch, 1 off the elbow, 1 off the back. He swings a nice cut. Waitalka tries to lunge for it, can't make contact with his glove, and Matt Cavanaugh has a 2-out base hit. So it will be a pinch hitter for the Larks. It is Dylan Dreiling replacing Leo Juminian. Appeared in right field in the Larks' last game, grounded into a double play in his only plate appearance. First pitch to Dreiling off the dirt to the backstop, 1-0. Matt Cavanaugh advances 90 feet to second base. So now a runner in scoring position for the outfielder who just finished his sophomore year of high school. One ball, no strikes. He'll dig back into the left-hander's batter's box. Good eye from Dreiling, 2-0. On deck is Grant Lung in the hole, Wyatt Divis for Hayes. Juminian was 0 for 3 before being replaced by Dreiling. Dylan having some nice takes. He's up in the count 3-0 with 2 outs in the 5th. Cavanaugh on second. Larks up 8-5 against the Colorado Pirates in Colorado. He's taken all the way. It's a 4-pitch walk for Dylan Dreiling. Dreiling on first, Cavanaugh on second for Grant Lung. Lung on the day. Grounded out in the first, singled in the third, and then later walked in the third. Slow pitch outside, 1-0. Lung, a patient hitter. This is a situation you want to be patient with. A couple of fast guys on the base paths and 2 outs. Takes this one over the plate, called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Grant Lung. Grant came into this one batting .316 with 4 RBIs and 6 runs scored. He'll lay off an off-speed outside, 2-1. Kavanaugh peers over his shoulder at Dylan Dreiling. Straw's not holding him at first base. Kavanaugh not being held at second base either. Second base is about halfway between first base and second base. Lung fouls this one back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So there's a big gap in the middle of the infield with the second baseman's defensive adjustment. Time called by the umpire. So he goes to get the ball. And then Lung will get his time, adjust his grip. Kavanaugh steps off the mound, and we'll stay 2-2 with 2 outs, 2 on in the 5th. Lung gets into stance. Catcher set up in the middle of the plate, adjusts a little bit to the outside. He thinks about swinging at this, lays off. It's called strike 3 on Grant Lung. We move to the bottom half of the inning. Larks leave 2 on. They're up 8-5 against the Pirates. Bottom of the 5th we go. Leading off is Dominic Folks, the second baseman. 2 for 2 on the day with an RBI, a run, and 2 singles. Zimmerman misses the zone low, 1-0. So Dylan Dreiling replaces Leo Jimenian in center field after pinch hitting for him. Other than that, same defensive orientation for Hayes. This one grounded to Matt Kavanaugh at shortstop. Digs it, throws across the diamond on the hop. 1 up, 1 down after nice play from the shortstop. First time, Folks will head back to the dugouts on his own. So now to John Straws, the first baseman, a walk and a strikeout on the day. And Folks, as he's crossing home plate, tells John Straws to not do what he did. This one misses high, 1-0. So defensively now it makes it Burrow in left, Dylan Dreiling in center, Cooper in right, Trussell at first, Lung at second, Kavanaugh at shortstop, Pearson at third, Wyeth behind the dish, And it is Cole Zimmerman on the bump for his third inning of work. One away, bases empty in the bottom of the fifth. For the Pirates, Larks up by 3. Grounded over to the right side. Zimmerman picks it up, and he will just barely beat the runner out as Truslow moved for the ball too. Zimmerman picked the ball up. There's nobody there covering, so he moves to the bag himself, uses his long legs to just barely beat out John Strauss for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for the Pirates, and now Zimmerman has retired the last 7. 1-0 now on Wayne Rohde. 0 for 2 on the day with a pop-up and an air reaching on. Called strike 1 from Cole Zimmerman. Tough take, misses just outside, off speed, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs, bases empty. He thought about turning on this one, lays off. It's called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zimmerman 1 strike away from ending the inning. Just barely inside. It's a full count. Payoff pitch sent to right field. It'll drop in front of Sean Cooper on a hop. It's a base hit on the payoff pitch. 2-out single for Wayne Rohde. It's now to Tanner Kimmenaugh, the pitcher, and DH. A walk and a single on the day for the right-handed pitcher, lefty hitter. He'll tap the plate. Go versus Zimmerman, who stands at 6'4". He'll go from a stretch. Fires in with some velocity, but it misses outside. 0-1. Excuse me, 1-0. Kimmenaugh, big strike zone at the plate. Swings and misses at this one. It's off Jacob Wyeth's knee protector. Runner moves to second base. 1 ball, 1 strike as Rohde moves into scoring position. His team is down by 3 against Jorge's Larks. Zimmerman composes himself and he'll get set from the stretch. The 1's delivery is swung on as it's off the dirt to Jacob Wyeth. 1-2. Due up for Hayes will be Divis, Truslow, and Wyeth. Zimmerman delivers. It's grounded to Grant Lung. Reads it on a hop. Tosses to Truslow, who reaches above his head and grabs it. And it's out number 3. Pirates leave 1 on base. We move to the 6th. It's still 8-5. You're tuned into Larks Network. Leading off the top of the sixth will be Wyatt Divis. 1 for 1 today with a walk and a home run. Excuse me, 1 for 2 on the day. Due up is Truslow, Wyatt, and Pearson. So after starting out as a hot and windy afternoon, it's turned into a beautiful evening for baseball. Breeze has just picked up a little bit in this past 10 minutes, but it's really a cool temperature just at 70 degrees outside of Denver. Nice swing from Divis into center field. Grizzle moves back and makes the catch on a small hop. 1 away. So now we move to Corbin Truslow, the cleanup hitter. 0 for 2 in the day with a strikeout, a groundout, and a walk. Truslow had an OBP of 652 coming into this one. Drew 3 walks and has only struck out 1 time before this game. Make it 2 on the season now. Puts a lot of stuff in play and has gotten a lot of hits off of him. This one's grounded to the right side. Folks gets it, picks it up, throws it to Strauss at first base, and the first baseman for Hayes grounds out. 2 up, 2 down for the Larks in the 6th. So now to Jacob Wyeth. 2 for 3 with a ground out to the shortstop, a 2-run home run in the first, and a 3-run home run in the third. Scored twice and has 5 RBIs. Kimenon delivers, hits off the dirt in front of Rhodey. Hits 1-0 on Jacob Wyeth, the catcher, going to LSU this fall. 2 away, bases empty in the top of the 6th. Larks up 8-5. Larks fans, make sure you follow the Larks on Twitter and Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. Stay up to date with all things Larks baseball all summer long. 1-0 to Wyeth at the letters, called strike 1. Kemenal looks in at Rhodey, who gets set, get his grip set in his glove, delivers from the stretch, off the plate, 2 balls, 1 strike. On deck is Cameron Pearson, in the hole, Sean Cooper. Wyeth ahead in the count, digs into the right-hander's batter's box, and lays off one, another one that was in the dirt. It's a hitter's count now for the hitter with 2 home runs. Wyeth will dig back in, Kimenal's slow stretch, and it's a 5-pitch walk for Jacob Wyeth. And we'll get a courtesy runner. It'll be Jace Armstrong for Jacob Wyeth. Cam Pearson, a hit by pitch and a strikeout on the day. He also has scored a run. 2 away, runner on first. One fouled back, 0-1 on the third baseman. He's seen action in left field, at third base, and behind the plate this season. Umpire gets the all go. The time has ended, and we'll get the 0-1 to Pearson. Checks over at the runner at second base. Pearson, a beautifully placed ball into left center field. It drops. Was no runner at second base, then, so I'm not sure who he was looking at. He glanced several times back at second base. So Jace Armstrong at second base, Pearson at first, as Sean Cooper comes to the dish. First hit of the day for Cameron Pearson. Cooper, a pop-up a strikeout and 2 walks. On deck is Drew Burr in the hole. Matt Cavanaugh softly grounded to the shortstop. Waitaka, who throws across the diamond to Strauss, and that's the 3rd out. Larks still held scoreless in a few innings in a row, but they're still up 8-5 against the Colorado Pirates. We'll be right back on Larks Network for the continuation of the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th we go. Leading off is JT Grizzle. New pitcher in the game for Hayes. It's Trey Riggs. A swing and a miss in back-to-back pitches. Riggs is up in the count 0-2. Trey's appeared in 2 games, one against the Outlaws, one against the Cougars, 1 inning in each. Allowed 3 hits against Denver and 1 against Colorado Springs, 2 earned runs against Denver and none against Colorado Springs. Has an ERA of 9 flat and has struck out 2 on the season. Will stay at 0-2 after a foul ball for pitch number 4 of the at-bat. Shakes off Wyeth on 1, agrees on the second one. The righty goes from the windup, off speed, grounded over to Pearson. Gets past him, Cavanaugh picks it up. The throw across the diamond is not in time as Grizzle beats it out. Grizzle on the board for the first time tonight after 2 strikeouts. It's a leadoff base runner for the Pirates. Runner on first, nobody out to Chase Dixon, 0 for 2 with a ground out and a double play. Ryan Reuter was looking like he was getting warmed up earlier. Now looks like Wyatt Divis is warming up. So after being up 0-2 in the count, Riggs allows a base hit. He looks in at Wyeth. He'll go from the stretch after taking a peek at Grizzle. 0-1 after 1 foul right back at our equipment. Cavanaugh and Lung playing towards the bag, hoping to turn a double play. Look for Riggs to try to throw something in the zone. This one misses high above the zone. 1-1. Riggs peeks over his left shoulder, throws a nice pitch, started out high and inside, it ended up moving over to the middle part of the plate and dropped right in the middle of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Riggs, a 6-foot freshman from Dodge City Community College, originally from Hays, Kansas. This one's popped over to the right side, out of play between Truslow and Cooper. We'll stay at 1-2. He made 2 appearances for the Conquistadors, went 0-1, and allowed 4 earned runs for an ERA of 18 flat through 2 innings. He has 3 teammates from his high school team, the Hays High Indians, with him on the team. Jace Armstrong, Dylan Dreiling, and Palmer Hutchinson. In his time at Hays High, Trey was a Sports in Kansas Honorable Mention All-State. Before we can read off the rest of his awards, this one's blooped into right field. It's a no-out single, 2 on with nobody out. Back-to-back base hits for the Pirates. Riggs was the 2019 Western Athletic Conference Player of the Year and a 2-time All-WAC First Team member. He was a 2019 Sports in Kansas 5A First Team All-State in his senior year under coaches Frank Leo and Keith Harper. He had a 6-2 record on the rubber and a 1.71 ERA. Looks at Grizzle for a while, throws from the stretch and gets a whiff from Hal Hutchion. 0-1. He looks in at Wyeth. Wyeth gives him the sign. Riggs gives him a nod in return and delivers. This one drops low late. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is the top of the order, Jace Waitaka. This is game 1 of a 6-game road series for the Larks. They will play the Rough Riders tomorrow for 1 game, and then play the Colorado Sox for 2 games, play the Pirates again, and then on to Boulder on Sunday, and then that will be the road trip. This game was originally the Sunday after the doubleheader against the Pirates. It got rained out in Hays, so we're making it up here on Tuesday just outside of Denver. A strikeout for Trey Riggs. Gets a whiff from Hutchion on an off speed. 1 away and 2 on. Now to Jace Waitaka, 1 for 3 on the day with a single, a ground out, and a line out. He had a line out to Truslow in the 4th. It was a nice scoop for Truslow, making it 2 outs in the 4th. It was part of a 1-2-3 inning for Cole Zimmerman. Outside and high, 1-0 on the shortstop. He'll dig back into left-hander's batter's box and face against the righty Trey Riggs. Outside and low, 2 balls, no strikes. Baseball fans, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified every time we go live for each game all season. You'll never miss a minute of Larks action and Rocky Mountain Baseball League action involving the Hays Larks. Help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers. 2-0, runners on first and second with 1 away in the bottom of the 6th. Larks up 8-5. This time he lines it at Truslow, and Truslow can't get a grip on it. And the throw from Cooper to Wyeth is not necessary as the runner, Grizzle, is held up at third base. Bases loaded with 1 away for Trey Riggs in his 3rd appearance in a Larks uniform this year. 2nd hit of the night for Waitaka. It's Grizzle at 3rd, Dixon at 2nd, Waitaka at 1st. Hutchion the lone out of the inning after a strikeout. This one will be off the hip of Bistrup, and it's an RBI for Bistrup, and it's a 6-8 ball game as every runner moves 90 feet up. Base is still loaded with one away. Look to see if Divis will come in as he's throwing some pitches to Max McGuire by behind the dugout. It's the first run Colorado has scored since the first. Inside 1-0 on Dominic Folks, the second baseman. 2 for 3 on the day, 2 singles, a run scored, and an RBI. Riggs appears at the runner on third, and this one is fouled out of play over to a neighboring ball field. And it's Jacob Inns also warming up for Hayes, along with Wyatt Divis. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases loaded in the 6th, Larks up 8-6. Fastball from Riggs, called strike 2. Due up for Hayes will be Drew Burr, Matt Cavanaugh, and Dylan Dreiling in the 7th. Riggs takes a glance at second base, delivers one that is sent to center field. Dreiling gets under it. The throw will be cut off by Matt Cavanaugh. One scores on the sacrifice fly. It's now a run lead for your Hayes Larks. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Larks up 8-7. Wyeth calls the attention of his infield, makes the signs as there's 2 away. Come around to score was Grizzle. Moving to third is Dixon. Still at first base is Waitaka. Keith Harper's going to have a chat with Trey Riggs. We'll take a quick break while Wyeth, Harper, and Riggs have a visit. New pitcher into the game for the Larks, inheriting 2 on with 2 out, is Jacob Inns. Jacob has appeared in 3 games this season, all in relief. Has only allowed 2 hits and struck out 5 through 3 innings. This one popped over to the third baseman, Cam Pearson, and he fakes even me out as Matt Cavanaugh is the one who makes the catch for out number 3. Pirates think it's only 2 outs, but it's Out number 3 after a sacrifice fly, a strikeout, and now a pop up to Matt Cavanaugh. So we move to the 7th. Larks up 8-7 against the Colorado Pirates.
At the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
Top of the 7th we go. Leading it off is Drew Burr for your Larks. He takes strike one looking. It's still Kavanaugh on the mound for the Pirates. Burr on the day, a strikeout, a flyout, and a walk. Off speed that hangs up 1-1. On deck is Matt Cavanaugh. In the hole, Dylan Dreiling. Just catches the inside corner of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Drew Burr. Due up for the Pirates in the bottom half of the 7th will be Straws, Rhodey, and Kavanaugh. 2-2. Nobody out, nobody on. Top of the 7th. Larks still leading the Pirates, but now it's just a 1-run lead. Switch hitter digs back in and waits his 2's delivery from Kavanaugh. Lays off one, and it's a full count for Drew Burr. The payoff pitch popped up over to the left side. Hutchion moves back. So does Dixon. He moves in. He makes the catch on a run on basket style. 1 away. So now to Matt Cavanaugh. Again, Larks fans, make sure you follow the Larks on Twitter and Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. If you follow the Larks on Facebook, you'll get to see all sorts of events, posts, and this day in Larks history. On June 30th, 2006, the Larks defeated the Amarillo Aces 4-1 on Old Timers Night at Larks Park. Winning pitcher Tyler Johnson retired 15 straight batters after surrendering a run in the first inning, and Matt Petty got the save in the non-league game. 3 bunts helped the Larks score 3 runs in the 7th. One away, nobody on for Matt Cav. He is 1 for 1 the day with a single and 2 hit by pitches. It's a called strike on the Cowboy. This one above the letters of Matt. Dreiling on deck, Grant Lung in the hole for your Larks. Kavanaugh goes to Cavanaugh, who tips it shortly off his bat. It rolls over the right side and moves just foul. So all that hustling from Cavanaugh, he'll have to head back to the box. Just at about 2 hours of action here from Colorado. In the top of the 7th with one away. Kavanaugh looks in. He'll go from the stretch. This one misses low for Matt Kavanaugh. Two balls, two strikes here on the shortstop. And Kavanaugh will go down on strikes. 2 away, top of the order. It's Dylan Dreiling, who walked on 4 pitches in the 5th. His second look at Kavanaugh in 2 plate appearances. Kavanaugh delivers from the stretch. Dylan takes a good cut at it, pops it back to the backstop. 0-1. Two away, top of the 7th. Larks up 8-7. Dylan Dreiling down the count. No balls, 1 strike. Takes a nice swing at this one, sends it into right center field. Grizzle retreats and makes the catch for out number 3. A nice swing and a nice hit from Dylan. Grizzle makes the catch. We go to the 7th inning stretch. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. You're tuned in to Larks Network. Bottom of the 7th we go. It's still Jacob Inns on the mound. His first delivery misses outside and low. 1 ball, no strikes to the cleanup hitter, John Strauss, the first baseman. My apologies, this is Wayne Arodi. On deck, Tanner Kavanaugh and the whole JT Grizzle. 2-1. Nice pitch from Jacob. Makes it a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Denver picked up 2 in the last inning. Larks are looking to hold them silent as they're only up by 1. This one fouled back off the face mask of Wyeth. So we'll stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes for pitch number 6. Divis, Brady Rose, and Landon Shire all up and moving for the Larks bullpen. And delivers to Rhodey. It's popped out of play. protecting the plate. It's a full count after the foul ball. Payoff pitch is a strike 3 looking. Jacob Inns retires his first hitter of the 7th. So now to Tanner Kimmenall, the DH and pitcher, a walk, a single, and a ground out in his 3 plate appearances. Strike 1 looking, and hitting the strike zone and with velocity in these last 2 innings. Hands gets a sign from Wyeth, quickly moves to the stretch and delivers, grounded hard over left side about 5 feet to the left of the third base bag. Kimmenall down the count 0-2. Enns leans in, delivers outside on a baiting pitch. We'll go 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 away, bases empty. Larks up 8-7 against the Pirates in the latter half of the 7th. Grounded to Matt Cavanaugh, picks it up with his left hand, throws it to Truslow. 2 up, 2 down for the Pirates in the 7th. Now to JT Grizzle, the center fielder, 1 for 3 with a single, a run scored, and 2 strikeouts. Righty in the batter's box for Colorado, lefty on the mound for Hayes. Nice pitch from Inns in the zone, called strike 1. 0-1 count, 2 away, bases empty. Inns moving on the rhythm. This one that drops way low and inside, but it was late and they got a swing out of Grizzle. Good pitch from Inns. He's 1 strike away from sending us to the 8th. This one just low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Due up for Hayes will be Lung, Divis, and Truslow. Inns leans in. He's not wasting time between pitches. He delivers, keeping his rhythm. Grounded right back to Inns. And he'll toss it underhand to Truslow. Great 7th inning for Jacob Inns. We move to the 8th. Larks up 1. You're tuned into Larks Network. Top of the 8, leading off will be Grant Lung. Tanner Kimmenall returns to the mound. He leads the Pirates in innings pitched, and he's racking up the innings here in this one. First pitch, a slow off speed outside, 1-0 to Grant Lung. Lung on the day, a single, a hard hit one. It's a deep right field, a walk, a strikeout, and a ground out. Lays off one down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike to Lung. Kimina, a righty, go from the stretch. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike to Lung. Larks will look to put a little cushion to their lead here in the 8th. And the Pirates are going to have to go through the heart of the order if they want to keep the score where it's at. A blooper into left field. Dixon has to race in. Nicely placed from Grant Lung. It's his second base hit of the night. So leadoff base runner thanks to Lung. Now we go to the 3-hole, the DH, Wyatt Divis, a home run, a walk, and a flyout. Imagine the Pirates will look to get Kimina to finish this one out as I don't see movement for Colorado. Line, hard to right field. Divis has a base hit. Advances Lung to second base standing up. 2 on with nobody out in the 8th after 2 great hits for Hayes. 2 different hits as it was Lung's was hit softly but high and dropped nicely into left field. And Divis just sent this one on a rocket to right field on the line drive. Both count the same in the stat book. Both worked equally well. 2 on with nobody out to the cleanup hitter. And Larks are getting good hits off of Kimina here in the 8th. 0-1 on Truslow. Corbett on the day, a strikeout, a ground out, another ground out, and a walk. Hard one hit to right field. It's going to drop in the grass. Bistrop moves towards it. Coach Leo holds Grant Lung wisely at third base. Bases are loaded with nobody out. 3 straight singles for the Larks. And we will get a runner for Corbin Truslow. It will be Palmer Hutchinson. So it's Hutchinson at first, Divis at second, Lung at third. We'll get a mound visit from the Pirates. See if they keep Kimina in, and they will not. So we'll take a quick break. In the 8th, Larks up by 1, but they have the bases loaded with nobody out. And they're at Jacob Wyeth, who's 2 for 2 on the day with 2 home runs. Top of the 8th, still bases loaded. Nobody out for Jacob Wyeth. Strike one on Jacob. This one gets past Rhodey, and Grant Lung's in standing up. So Larks extend their lead by one. Both runners advance. It's a 9-7 lead, and that's the second time Grant Lung has touched home plate tonight. New pitcher for the Pirates is wearing a number 6 jersey. No number 6 on the roster. I'll look into this as Wyeth has one miss high. 2-0. It is Manzanares for the Pirates. Wyeth pops one up into shallow center field. Waitaka makes the catch for out number 2. Out number 1. 2 on, 1 away in the 8th. Larks up 9-7. Cam Pearson makes his way to the plate. Pearson hit by a pitch, a single, and a strikeout, and a run scored. 1 away. Hutchinson on second. On third is Divis. Swing from Pearson above the letters. 0-1. On deck is Sean Cooper. In the hole is Drew Burr. From the windup, righty versus righty. Inside, Pearson lays off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Manzanares looks in. He goes from the windup as there's a runner on third. This one's grounded up the middle. Waitaka moves towards it, throws across the diamond to Straws for out number 2. The Larks get 1. It's a 10-7 lead now with 2 away. 10-7 now for the Larks as Drew Burr makes his way to the plate. Sean Cooper makes his way to the plate. Cooper on the day, 2 walks, a pop-up, and a strikeout. Runner on third is Hutchinson. Larks have scored 2 this inning, extending their lead, putting some comfort for Jacob Inns. 0-1. Cooper takes one, looking. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. He grounds this one softly over the right side and foul. Due up for the Pirates will be Dixon, Hutchion, and Waitaka. Larks up by 3. It's an 0-2 count to Sean Cooper with 2 outs, a runner 90 feet from scoring. A swing and a miss, and Cooper goes down on strikes for the second time tonight. Larks get 2 in the 8th. We move to the bottom half. Larks up 10-7 against the Pirates. Bottom of the 8th we go. Jacob Inns returns for his 3rd inning of work. He only had 3 innings coming to this one with 3 appearances, an inning pitch in each. He'll double that tonight if he finishes this inning. The Larks batters gave him some cushioning, boosted his 1-run lead to a 3-run lead in the top half of this inning. Inns looks in, nods at Wyeth. He'll go from the stretch. This one misses low for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike for Jacob Inns against Chase Dixon, the left fielder. This one found over the right side, far out of play. We'll go to 2-2. Pirates down to their final 6 outs. And Divis is still warming up, so we'll see if they'll put him in for the 9th, try and get it close. It's a full count in the meantime. Inns peers in, shakes off one, gets the second one he likes. The payoff pitch just above the letters. It's the first walk of the night for Jacob Inns. Leadoff base runner after Inns had a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. He replaced Trey Riggs in the 6th and held the Pirates where they were at. Off speed misses outside after Hal Hutchian shows bunt and pulls back. Due up for the Larks in the 9th will be Burr, Kavanaugh, and Dreiling. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch from Inns. 1-1. So defensive change for the Larks. Still Burr in left, still Cooper in right, and still Dreiling in center. But now Hutchinson at 3rd base, still Cav at shortstop, still Lung at 2nd. And now Cam Pearson can add this to his resume after now getting some playing time at 1st base. So 3rd base, left field. He might have played a little bit of shortstop. I cannot recall. He's played catcher and now 1st base. So we'll see if he can clock all 9 positions and maybe get some innings pitched on the season and just fill up the stat sheet. 1-2. Excuse me, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Inns peers in and delivers off speed, drops low, a nice pitch. Can't bait Hutchian to swing at it. It's a full count. The payoff pitch from Inns is a swing and a miss. 1 out in the 8th. Pirates down to their final 5 outs. That's Inns' 2nd strikeout tonight and number 7 of the season. Top of the order is Jace Waitalka up to the batter's box. 2 for 4 with 2 singles, a ground out, and a line out. Outside on the first pitch, 1-0. About 2.5 hours of action here outside of Denver. A lot of runs scored. But Hayes has a lead 10-7. Called strike on an off-speed pitch from Inns. Moves from in to out. Runner on first, 1 away, 1-1 count in the bottom of the 8th. This one is hit to center field. Dylan Dreiling moves back, loses it, and it drops at the warning track. He fires in. Kavanaugh cuts it off, and it's a 1-out double for Jace Waitalka. Now 3 for 5 on the day after struggling against the Larks in the first 2 games against Hayes. So the tying run comes to the plate with 2 in scoring position. It's Dixon at 3rd base after he started the inning with a walk. Inns' first delivery swung on a missed. 0-1. Wyeth done a great job tonight behind the plate, calling pitches, framing, blocking balls from getting by him, and getting runners to hustle back to the base. This one misses low, 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is Dominic Folks, in the hole, John Straws. Ends Nonza Wyeth. And he'll go from the stretch. Swing and a miss on the 1-1 delivery. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is Bistrop at the plate. The right fielder has a sacrifice fly, an RBI, a run scored. A strikeout, a single, and a walk. The 1-2 just outside. It's now 2-2. And the southpaw is 1 strike away from making it a 2-out 8th. Shallow right field, pop fly. Right center field, Cooper makes the catch on the run. Runners tag up, and a run scores, and the runner moves to third from second. There's 2 away. It's in 10-8 ball game. So another sacrifice fly for Bistrop, second RBI, as coming around to score is Dixon. That is the second time Dixon has scored tonight. At third base now is Waitalka. Outside, 1-0. And gets his grip, goes quickly. Nice pitch, called strike on the off speed. He's a lot of movement on his pitches, and he has velocity. You see why the Larks and Fort Hays alike both wanted him on their rosters. Nice fastball, swung on and missed. 1-2 with 2 outs, runner on third. Larks up 10-8 in the 8th. And doesn't even wait for the the batter to get in the box before he peers in and nods at Wyeth. And now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes as this one runs outside. Two-two, grounded to Palmer Hutchinson in the hot corner, throws across the diamond to Cam Pearson, and Pearson makes his first out at first base of the season. Pirates get 1 in the 8th. We move to the 9th. Larks up 10-8. You're tuned in to Larks Network. Top of the 9th, leading it off will be Drew Burr. Still Manzanera on the mound for the Pirates. Outside, 1-0 on Burr. Burr, a flyout, a walk, and a strikeout on the day. Swings and misses at this one, 1-1. Due up is Matt Cavanaugh, Dylan Dreiling, and Grant Lung. Good take from Burr. It's a 2-1 count. Hitters count for Burr. Has some nice takes in this at bat. Lined hard over the right side. Strauss dives for it, can't make the catch. Greatly placed. Burr rounds first, heads to second head first in plenty of time. Leadoff double for Burr. Great hit for Burr, great contact. Beautiful scenery from the camera. You've got the field split about the lower third, and then blue skyline for about a third of the screen, and then a storm cloud. Makes for a great look here at the Field of Dreams in Colorado. It's the first time the Larks are playing on dirt this season. They're doing well, up 10-8 in the ninth. This one gets by Rhodey, and Drew Burr is at third base. It's Matt Cav at the plate. 2 hit by pitches, a single and a strikeout, and an RBI. That RBI was off of the hit by pitch in the third. One ball, no strikes to Cav. Far inside, 2-0. Manzanero will go from the windup. Righty versus righty. Outside on the off speed. 3 balls, no strikes for Cav. Likely to see Matt Cavanaugh take here. That's exactly what he does. Hitters count. Top of the ninth, runner on third base. Larks up 10-8. As Cavanaugh sends one into center field. Grizzle moves towards it, and he can't make the catch as Cavanaugh rounds first, and Drew Burr comes around and touches home. It's a single for Cavanaugh, his second one of the night. He's now 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. So Cavanaugh kind of bumped to the bottom of the order as he has had some struggles recently. He's turning it around tonight, picks up 2 RBIs, 2 for 3, and has reached base 4 times. Top of the order, Dylan Dreiling, who pinched hit for Leo Jemenian in the 5th. Takes the first pitch looking. 0-1. It's Cavanaugh at first, Dreiling at the plate. Long on deck, Divis in the hole. A swing from Dylan, and it misses. 0-2. Had he made contact, would have been a nicely hit ball. It was a nice swing. Manzaneri just got the best of the young outfielder. The 0-2 delivery, he sends hard to right field. Bistrup moves back. He watches it, and the kid who joined the roster late, just finished up his sophomore year of high school, and is playing against college kids, just hit a 2-run shot in the ninth to put some insurance runs for the Larks. And you got to think that's a special moment for Frank Leo. Gives his grandson a high five as he rounds third base here in his 38th season with the Larks. And he's going to get congratulated by the dugout as Matt Cavanaugh scores and Dreiling picks up his first RBIs and runs scored of the season. So base is empty now thanks to Dylan Dreiling. Grant Lung at the dish. Lung at the dish. Lung, a ground out, a single, a walk, a strikeout, and a single. Outside. 2-1. This one hit hard again to right center. Grizzle Bistrup let it bounce between them. It's a base hit for Grant Lung, his third tonight. And he led off the 8th with a single, now has one in the 9th. So whatever naysayers there could have been about the kid Dylan Drawling's age joining the Larks, kind of just had their argument sort of refuted, as just cranked one to right field, and not the wind didn't help him. The wind's barely blowing. Just a great swing, and he was down the count and worked back and got that one. Great at bat for the youngster. 0-1 on Divis. Still no outs, as there's been 4 batters for Hayes, 4 hits, 2 of those extra bases. Hard over to the right side. Folks jumps, can't get to it. Drops between Bistrup and Grizzle. 5 straight hits for the Larks in the 9th. 2 on, nobody out. Now to Palmer Hutchinson, his first at bat after replacing Corbin Truslow in the 8th. On the season for Palmer, he is batting .313, and he's down the count 0-1. He's racked up 5 runs scored and has driven in 1. He has a runner in scoring position with nobody out. It's Lung at second, Divis at first, and Hutchinson swinging at this one at the plate, 0-2. Manzanera will go from the stretch, righty versus righty. Inside at Hutch, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Manzanero again go from the stretch, and he gets his first out of the inning. Hutchinson goes down on strikes. So now to Jacob Wyeth. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 2 runs scored. He has 2 on with 1 out in the 9th. That is the 4th homer of the game for Hayes. As Wyeth is softly up the middle. It gets between Folks and Waitaka. Lung hustles home, and it's an RBI for Jacob Wyeth. That's number 6 on the night. Had himself a great day. A lot of the Larks having success. Still 2 on with 1 out. 14-8 lead now for Hayes. Grant Lung comes around to score again tonight. Now to Cameron Pearson, the third baseman, hit by pitch, a single, and a pop-up. Larks have had a lot of hitters in these last 2 innings. Close to batting around here. They almost batted around in the last. Off speed, misses low, 1 ball, no strikes. Manzanera gets his grip in his glove. He'll go from the stretch, 2 on, 1 out, 1-0 count. Pearson pops it up to right field. Bistrup moves under it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. And Divis will be safe at third base. A lot of the players on the field and coaches just looked up to the skies as there was the sound of thunder. Hopefully we're able to finish this game out safely, as we're in the top of the 9th with 2 outs. So down to Sean Cooper after the flyout from Pearson. And Wyeth gets a courtesy runner in Jace Armstrong. Cooper grounds this one over to Folks, who picks it up, fires it to Straws, who beats Cooper out by one step. Larks get a few in the ninth. They're up by 6. We'll move to the bottom half as the Pirates will be down to their final 3 outs. Bottom of the ninth we go. On the mound is Wyatt Divis. Right-handed pitcher gets John Straws, the first baseman, to pop his first delivery up 0-1. To the cleanup hitter. Divis will go from the stretch. Fastball popped out of play, 0-2. Divis on the season on the mound. This is his 4th appearance. In his previous 3, he had 1 for 4 innings, 1 for 5, and 1 for 1, making a total of 10 innings pitched. He's 2-0, hasn't allowed a single run, has a whip of .6, has only allowed 5 hits, and struck out 14. Pirates down to their final 3 outs. Here in the bottom of the ninth, they trail by 6, and Divis is going to be a tough guy to even start a comeback against. This one misses low as the thunder roars in the distance. Divis will get set. The 2's delivery to the first baseman popped back to the backstop. And first base coach and all-around athlete Bryce Baumward will bring some new balls to the umpire. Two balls, 2 strikes. Straws will have to protect the plate against Divis. Davis has a good slider, doesn't use it here, uses a fastball that misses inside, full count. He gets a sign from Wyeth, agrees with it. Wyeth gets set, and the payoff pitch is sent to shallow center field. Matt Cavanaugh makes the catch on the run, 1 up, 1 down in the ninth for the Pirates. Now to Tanner Kavanaugh. No, Wayne Rohde, the catcher. Kavanaugh has been replaced by Manzarena. Rohde has it reached on an error, scored a pop-up, a single, and a strikeout, has driven in 2. Lines this one into center field, takes a couple of hops to Dylan Dreiling. It's a 1-out base hit. Second hit of the night for Rohde. Davis has a comfortable lead. He's a great pitcher. I don't think you can feel safer as a Larks fan as to where this game is headed. The righty gets set. This one is on the inside of the bat and fouled back, 0-1. Wind now moving from left field to right field, complete opposite of where it was moving in the first inning. Davis shakes off Wyeth twice, which means it can only be one pitch as he has 3 in his arsenal. A fastball, a changeup, and a slider. This one a fastball inside, 1-1. 1-1 count, 1 away, bottom of the ninth. Larks up against the Pirates, 14-8. Swing and a miss, 1-2. On deck is Grizel, the center fielder. In the hole, if necessary, is Chase Dixon. Check over at the runner. Rohde is back in plenty of time. Davis delivers. This one fouled over to the Pirates dugout. Will stay with 2 strikes. Pirates staying alive here in this at bat. They're down to their final 2 outs. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first. Davis gets set. He delivers. Changeup. Grounded to Hutchinson at third base. Throw to Grant Lung is not fielded well. It rolls into the grass, and there's runners on the corners with 1 out. Could have been a game-ending double play, but we'll have to settle for runners on the corners with 1 out. Now to JT Grizel, the center fielder. 2 strikeouts, a single, a run scored, and a ground out to Jacob Inns on the day for him. Rohde at third base. For the Pirates, a runner on first, and the delivery here, fastball in the zone, strike 1. Six-run lead for Hayes in the ninth. Slider from Davis, low. Wyeth protects the situation. We'll go 1 ball, 1 strike. Davis shakes off. Wyeth agrees on this one. Changeup swung on and missed. Nice pitch from Davis. We'll go 1-2. Swung on a miss on another changeup, and there is 2 away in the bottom of the 9th. Runners on the corners. Pirates down to their final out, down by 6. Wyatt Davis just picked up his 15th strikeout of the season through 10 2/3 innings. Chase Dixon pops this one out of play. He's down the count 0-1. Davis gets set, delivers one that's swung on and tipped in the glove of Wyeth. It's an 0-2 count. Pirates down to their final strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th. Davis is swung on and missed from Dixon. Strikeout number 16 on the season for Wyatt Davis, and that is the ball game. Larks win against the Pirates 14-8, and since this is a continuation of that doubleheader series, after the rainout, Larks sweep the Pirates in 3 games. Larks continue their 2-game winning streak. They go to 6-1, now on a 3-game winning streak. Pirates fall to 1-14 on an 11-game losing streak. Larks will be back here tomorrow night at 5:30 Central Time, 4:30 Mountain Time for a game against the Rough Riders. We'll broadcast it right here on Larks Network. For now, Larks win in 9 innings, 14-8 against the Colorado Pirates. Thank you for tuning in, and good night.